How's it going, everybody? Check out this tiny octopus which I filmed underwater off Negros Island in the Philippines. That's of course where I live and dive. And this tiny animal, just compare the size of its eyes to the bigger sand grains here. This tiny animal is coming out of the sand and it was hiding under the sand, and it's crawling to another hiding place, which is a burrow just a couple of centimeters away. Now, this octopus is part of a phylum of animals called the mollusks. What are mollusks? In German they're called Weichtiere, literally soft animals. And if you've ever touched an octopus, it has a very soft body. Now this is Aplysia punctata. This is a type of sea hare, a sea slug, also belonging to the mollusks. Now, if you have a garden, if you grow salad, you might be struggling with slugs on land, but there are actually way more slugs underwater. This is Armenia scotti, and this one belongs to this famous class of sea slugs called the Nudibranchs, and there is an enormous biodiversity in the Indo-Pacific of Nudibranchs. Here it's hiding under the sand. It was probably annoyed by my video light. I sped this recording up that you can see the behavior even more clearly. So very often you see more Nudibranchs at night, and animals like this Armenia, they're probably hiding under the sand during the day. Now, there is such an amazing biodiversity here, and this is Costa Ciela. This one is often called Shaun the Sheep sea slug, like the cartoon character. This is actually a Sarcoglossans, and this animal is actually only about the size of a rice grain, tiny, and the board, you know, this substrate it's on is a type of seaweed. Now, this is Oecelenops luniceps. This is a Pleurobranch. This is yet another animal, and this is an amazing sea slug, and it's really, you know, way ahead of other sea slugs in the speed it's crawling at. Now, sometimes when I'm filming these invertebrates, which are rather slow, I'm speeding up the recording. I have not done that here. So this is actually the speed at which the sea slug crawls. This is a sprinter among the sea slugs. I am not sure what caused the evolution of these to get to the point where they can crawl at this, you know, highly unusual speed compared to other slugs. But it was a kick to see these. They're actually rather rare. It's only the third or fourth time I've ever seen them. I've seen this one at night, so you can see these clouds of tiny shrimp around here, and these were shrimp which were attracted again to my video light. So obviously the footage you're seeing is bright, but this is because I brought a rather bright light on a night dive. And eventually also this Pleurobranch decided to go and hide under the sand. So you see these peristaltic digging movements here, and it had enough of being followed around by me and my camera and the video light. So thank you for the performance, little Pleurobranch. Now, amazingly, the area where I dive has more species of this. So this is Pleurobranchia brocchi. You can see from the overall outline of the body that this is related to the last Pleurobranch, but there's a different pattern on the back of it. Again, you see a lot of these tiny crustaceans racing around, and some of them end up in the sand, and then they're trying to also escape under the sand, and some are actually colliding with this Pleurobranch. Yet another Pleurobranch. This is Pleurobranchus forscalli. What a beautiful red on this one. I see these actually quite a bit. These are probably about the size of a small person's fist. They're rather large sea slugs, and they're in the seagrass. Now this is Bursatella. This is another sea hare, and this is a very unusual animal because it's hairy. Now, why is it hairy? Why are land animals like mammals hairy? It's insulation. This is not the case here. So this so-called hair makes it look like a ball of seaweed, and if you're not a really good underwater spotter, you might miss these. And even though, again, this was a large sea hair, so this was about the size of a person's fist, and if they don't move, your chances of detecting them are much less. Again, you can actually see that in the background here. This was yet another sighting on a night dive, and here you can see a close-up. You can see the tiny dot here, which is the eye of the animal. Now you can see it well. So these are rather operating by smell, by olfaction, not by vision. Now, I hope you enjoyed this show of nudibranchs. There, and others are sea slugs. There is a sepia, a cuttlefish, which is also a mollusk, like the little octopus we saw in the beginning. Like this video, it's good for the algorithm and good for me. Subscribe, share these videos on your social media, and check back soon. I'll have more footage from underwater in the Philippines.